You guys, I am so excited to be here with you today. I am recording this in Mount Shasta, California. It is gorgeous here. This is one of the most spiritually connected places I have ever visited. It's absolutely phenomenal. So I'm really excited to be here with you and sort of take this energy and give it back to you wherever you're watching this video right now. And I really hope it brings you great joy and great spiritual connection as well. So if you haven't already watched my videos, my name is Ryan Yokome. I'm a spiritual life and business coach. And what I love to do the most is help people discover their soul's greatest purpose, like what's deep inside of them, and get them into alignment with that and help them overcome any self-sabotaging behavior to be able to get into alignment with their soul's purpose. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite crystals, and that is Lemurian quartz. I have a beautiful piece here that I purchased here in Mount Shasta, and I have a lot to talk to you about this one that I know is going to help you. So if you're someone who's looking to cleanse any blockages that you feel are stopping you from moving forward in life, you want to raise your vibration, you want to open your heart, maybe you want to connect with your spirit guides, this is a phenomenal crystal to help you do that. Now, before I go into detail about the Lemurian quartz crystals, I want to share a quick backstory. So how much do you know about Atlantis or Lemuria? So I believe I had a past life in Lemuria as a healer, and it's not a surprise because I've always been drawn to the Lemurian quartz crystals. And I found that very fascinating because we're in a time where consciousness is rising fairly quickly. And if you look at the story of Atlantis and Lemuria, they say that the Lemurians were highly advanced, highly connected into unity conscious, very evolved, and they knew at some point that things would fall apart for them and that consciousness would drop. And so what they say they did is, being so wise and intelligent, they programmed things inside of the Lemurian quartz crystal that we could access at a later date. Now here's the crazy part. Some believe that if you are pulled to Lemurian quartz crystals and you sit in a meditation and information flows through you from the crystal, that it is actually you who programmed the crystal thousands of years ago so you could incarnate into this life and recall the information. So some wild stories behind this, but I want to tell you, regardless of what you believe around Atlantis and Lemuria or past lives, this crystal packs a punch. Holy smokes. Okay, so let's get into it. So first and foremost, this is a wonderful crystal for healing. So if you're somebody who overthinks, you overanalyze, you're worried about the future, you're having guilt about the past, you're not really in the present, and you could have money blocks, you could have relationship blocks, you could have blockages in your body, this crystal is a wonderful healer to help you purify those blocks and help you open up your chakra systems as well. Secondly, if you're somebody who gets stuck in your head, this is a phenomenal crystal to help you drop into your heart. What I noticed is a deep connection to my heart when I started working with these crystals. I noticed a deep sense of love, a sense of peace, a sense of calm, a sense that I'm safe and supported no matter what's going on in my life. And I noticed some of the old fears and the old things that were stopping me from moving before in my life would dissolve when I started working with these crystals. Then my heart started opening. And then the third thing is I noticed my spirit guides started to come through. So I started to channel one guide, and then that guide led to a council of guides that I now work with. And that all started working with Lemurian quartz crystals. So if you're somebody that is very much into the woo-woo, and you want to go deeper, and you want to connect with your spirit guides, this is a great crystal to do that. So the next thing is the record keepers. So if you look on this crystal, there are a bunch of horizontal lines. These are called record keepers. So if you go back to the days in Lemuria, they say that they stored information in here. So when you have a meditation, you can simply run your fingers along the record keepers you know, and you'll get a sense that maybe some new information or awareness or ideas will come to you. Maybe you'll receive downloads. Those could come through the record keepers. This piece in particular is very special for me. The reason that it chose me in the crystal store and I aligned with it is for several reasons. One, for the record keepers, they're very powerful. Two, it's a very heart-centered piece, but yet very driven, which is much like me. Three, if you look inside, there's actually a mountain inside this crystal. And what's even more crazy is the detail of it largely resembles Mount Shasta. How crazy is that? You can see it's very clear. And not only that, but there's this wonderful woman that was checking out at the store I purchased it from, and she was giving me all these great insights into this piece, and she said, oh, there's along the side here, these are all scriptures. There's a phantom in there, there's a phantom over there, there's a portal over there, there's a church that you can see inside the crystal right there. It was amazing. So when you get into a flow from using crystals, synchronicities just happen. You know, it's not something you have to seek out, because remember, whatever you're seeking is seeking you. So if you let things go, things just naturally sort of happen in a beautiful flow. So there's all this great information about this crystal. Now, when I first started, I definitely could not afford a piece this big. So I started off with a very small piece of Lemurian quartz, and then that eventually led me to purchasing bigger and bigger and bigger pieces as I went along my journey. You can clear this crystal as far as cleansing the same way you would a clear quartz crystal. I covered some cleansing topics on my other video, 7 crystals that manifest money and abundance, that will help you on that one. And then as far as working with the crystal, I like to go into a light meditation or even a deep meditation and drop in and connect with the crystal's energy, and it actually talks to me. So sometimes I'll hold the point facing me, sometimes I'll hold it vertically, sometimes I'll hold it away. It's whatever I feel intuitively in that moment of the meditation. And the energy just moves through you. And when I'm not meditating, I will keep this crystal in a place where I can be within its energy. So maybe I keep it, you know, in my living room or somewhere around the house, like beside my office, if I want to channel and get back to clients in that space. But regardless of where I keep it, I always have it in a place where it brings me a sense of calm. So if you're not already working with Lemurian quartz, I highly recommend you pick up a piece today. Also, there's a difference between Lemurian quartz and Lemurian seed quartz. So the seed quartz, as the story goes, they believe that Lemurians broke off those crystals and then programmed them and then placed them somewhere so people would find them thousands of years later to recall the information. So they're very special because they hold a great deal of wisdom within the crystal that you can now access at our time exactly right now. So this was such a fun video, and I'm just grateful you could be here with me in Mount Shasta. This is awesome. So if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, make sure you like this video, drop me a comment, let me know if you have any questions about Lemurian quartz crystals, and any way that I can help you and support you, let me know down below. Or you have an amazing story to share about your own Lemurian quartz experience, I would love to hear. Until the next video, thank you for tuning in, and we will talk to you soon.